riverside. Thought I'd share my first usage of the Exodus knife and tool Adventurecraft. This is the Retro Warrior collaboration with the burlap micarta scales made out of coffee bags and a Cerakoted, looks like an OD green S35VN steel. About a 3.15-inch blade, 4-inch handle. It's a small knife, but it just locks in the hand really nicely. This isn't a place to start fires, but I thought I'd baton a little wood and see how this thing does and do a little carving, and let's just play with a knife. So one of the purposes I have intended for this knife is for fire prep. I have my little twig burning stove, and let's move that up just a smidge. Let's see how this thing does batoning through first piece of wood. Well, that is no problem whatsoever. It's a full flat grind, about 1/8 of an inch thick, but it tapers off really quickly. It's a short blade. It's only about a 1/2 inch tall. I wanted a small knife that is prepared for any adventure. Yeah, goes through this wood very easily. Let's see if it can do some feather sticking. Oh, that's just really buttery through the wood. And of course we're down by the river. It's been raining. This is pretty waterlogged. This is a very nice feather sticker. I love a small blade. It's just very easy to control. I have pretty small hands, but I got a nice 4-finger grip. But I even hear folks reporting they've got extra large hands, and they still get a nice grip on this blade, on this knife handle. Yeah, I could see if I was doing this all day, I'd want a thicker handle, but this works really well. Just putting minimal effort in. This knife was designed by Jacob B. Peterson over at Exodus Knife and Tools, but manufactured by White River Knives. They're all made by hand in the USA. Yeah, it does all right. Let's see about a bigger piece of wood. Looks like I found a little bit of birch, and I don't know where there's actually a birch tree around here, but let's see if I can do this. Create a little, using the 90-degree spine. Yeah, that's useful. Aw, I think it made a little heart right there. Let's see, I guess with a piece of wood, you could also, if this was fat wood, you can also make a little fuzz with that 90-degree spine. Yeah, makes some fuzzy stuff too. But let's see if it'll get through a bigger chunk of wood. This is a couple inches across, maybe 2.5, with a 3.15 inch blade. So I wouldn't want to get much larger than that. This is probably pushing it, but you know, I like to know a knife is gonna hold up. No problem. This is a nice little batoner for a small knife. I whacked the camera. Yeah, like I said, I'm not coming out here to start a fire. Just this wood is all wet by the river, and this is not a place for that. Well, let's see how it does with some carving. Yeah, it's a pretty darn good carver. It's super slicey, super easy. Let's see, I don't really have a great... Let's try some cross batoning. That's kind of a nice way to test a knife's capabilities, to check for heat treatment and edge damage. Let's try that. We'll go back and forth. There's no idea what kind of wood this is. We'll beaver chew it. Which a lot of the wood I find for whittling has been beaver chewed. One of my preferred ways to find sticks is chewed upon by a beaver. I'm destroying this log more than this. All right, almost through. There we go. Well, I still have my gloves on, but the blade looks fine and dandy still. Yep. It is something I'm afraid of. It just happened to me just there. But it's such a small handle. It sort of can kick out a little bit if one is not paying attention, which I am not always mindful, especially on camera. It's a weird, awkward position I'm in. But yeah, I feel like this little knife could get the job done if I needed to. It's a capable little blade. So just a first test here down by the river. I'll get in some whittling soon and really see how this knife does. But that's what I wanted, a bushcraft capable little blade that could be a pocket carry. And I think it's going to be a fun little knife. We'll see how it goes. This is Hamid. Happy carving. I'm out.